from Smash 4 maybe.
It is until it isn't, and then you know you see Bayonetta still do crazy Bayonetta combos off the top, or you know it hits the 3 jabs off stage.
It's the age-old adage of the puppy that pissed on the carpet.
Exactly. Yeah. Although I thought that was Mario, but I get what you mean.
I think there's an archetype of character that has that.
Oh yeah,
Mario Bayonetta. I think that extends to Kazuya as well. Where it's just like Kazuya in disadvantage. However, Kazuya, I don't think you ever feel bad for because he just looks like a prick.
Yeah, he does. He already has like the devil inside of him.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for that guy.
Ways.
He's got like scars on his face.
Yeah, well, yeah, it turns into the devil.
He does. That's true. And we don't like the devil here.
No, we don't.
Next,
God's
we have Aster versus Pac-Slash, two premier Michigan players in the sense that they are both just biting on that PR. I want to say Pac-Slash did actually wind up qualifying at the 15 spot, and Aster was thrown a few honorable mentions, just barely under that range. So these are two players that firmly occupy the like 15 to 22 era area.
Yeah.
In terms of like their placement in the state.
And here we go. We're already getting into it. Game number 1 from these two. Yeah, like you said, the two players that are just breaking in. We just saw earlier Aster beat Dilster in a nice one. I think 3-0 for that one. So
yeah, Dilster going like it was Incineroar and somebody else games 1 and 2, but then
finished with Donkey
switched to Donkey Kong, tried to get serious. Aster had no issue with it. But now Pac-Slash is a whole different beast. The Galaga Bug into the Pac-Man, or into the Bell rather.
Yep, Bell online, ring a ding, but Aster's like, no, I'm not today. No one is home.
But
Ghostbuster, Pac-Slash already taking the first stock.
This is great recognition there for Pac-Slash, and immediately Aster's going to answer back. Both players right down for those first 2 stocks. Just great recognition of what their opponent had just done, reacting super quickly, taking the stocks, and Aster could threaten to take one here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, keeps him hovering in the air, but couldn't find the follow-up. And oh yeah, gotta be careful of those fares off stage from Pac-Man. They can take your stocks so quick. The most dangerous fire hydrant ever as well with the bounce. Pad.
Yeah, both these characters can get some pretty neat off-stage interactions. As Aster's trying to show us right now, that cheese with the uppy doesn't work out though. The hydrant in the corner is something that you see Pac-Slash do a lot, because he can kind of use that at his back to push forward. And if he winds up if his opponent winds up off stage, he can then use the ledge guard, try and set up some sort of trap with the hydrant. Now the Bell going off stage, that's going to go to waste. That's not what Pac-Slash wants.
No.
Because Aster's trying to pressure him in the corner. Pac-Slash evaded him.
Yeah, and still, both players over 100% here of their second stock. Something I've noticed, specifically in my time watching Greninja, so many of them are incredible at just tracking their opponents, following their every move, making sure they can just... You're always on top of it. It's just part of the nature of playing the character, like having such a small and precise nair to hit. Every single one is just top-notch at it.
Greninja's the type of character that makes it really hard to just have a moment to breathe and think about what's going to happen next. You kind of always have to be thinking about what is currently hitting you rather than what might be hitting you, because there's so many mix-ups and options once Greninja gets into advantage. Like we're seeing right now, baits out the air dodge, hits the back air. Pac-Slash struggling to get back. Great tech from Aster to keep himself alive.
Yeah, just playing some aerial combat, focusing, keeping Pac-Slash off stage. Hasn't been able to get anywhere near center stage except now as he finally, with a little bit of pushes from the hydrant. All looking for some hydrant shenanigans with the water and the apple. As Galaga Online, that's going to do a lot, except if it doesn't hit.
And Aster is playing phenomenally today. Staying alive to 200%, has Pac-Slash on that last stock. You got to be careful with that hydrant setup though. Pac-Slash is so good at utilizing that. 2 ledge trap, that's going to be a grab. Up throw is going to kill.
Yeah.
Dark Hail, shout out.
Oh, and wow, look at the placement of just like how Mega Man's will use what's the rush? Thank you. To like get rid of platform invulnerability early. Especially doing the same with jumping.
Right. Very, very wise. You don't see a lot of Pac-Man do that. Hydrant coming out. Pac-Slash is beckoning to make this comeback. Strawberry comes out. Hydrant hits Aster off stage.
As Bell.
As he struggles to make his way back. Looking to put school in session with this Bell. The key comes out.
Trying to unlock a win here. Still, you see it? Full throw, but oh, and that almost took the stock.
Yeah, that's a slight DI mix-up there because Pac-Slash is looking for up throw. Did not get it though. Stays alive regardless, 151%. That grab probably would have killed. The counter angled upwards. Great idea there from Aster, and executes perfectly. That's going to put him up game one.
That is not easy to do either. It's recognition to not only throw out the counter, but to immediately flick the stick upwards to make sure it comes out from below. So amazing punish from Aster there to take game one.
Yeah, that was also by far the safest option.
Oh yeah.
Because he also could have pulled off the left, but then that provides the possibility of Greninja whiffing or Aster somehow dying first because Greninja's counter is pretty scuffed. But it works out in his favor. Takes that game one. He's won 4 games in a row now against Aster as well. I'm not sure if that streak extends into bracket before top 8, but Aster is playing very well right now.
Yeah, but on a roll here. Trying to keep the momentum as Pac-Slash looks to be the wall in Aster's bracket. So far, it's pretty even for this game too. Lands another Hydrant and gets Aster off stage. Grab on the get up too, but doesn't have the spacing to follow up any further.
Pac-Slash is getting a lot of opportunities to have these ledge trap setups, but hasn't been able to capitalize on them. And Aster, I think, it just comes down to Aster playing extremely safe and very evasive out of this corner and making it, giving Pac-Slash a really tough time actually executing on these setups once he has them. And it's allowed Aster to live much longer than you would typically see people live against a Pac-Man.
Oh yeah, and it's more just it's also a testament to, like you said, the pure overall defensive play that you were talking about from Aster. Just playing against a lot of heavy characters, but if you're going to be hit by Bell, you're going to be losing the stock anyway. You see it. Oh my! And that was incredible. Using Hydrant Water to countering the Hydrant Water in order to still land an attack on Pac-Man and get back in play.
Yeah, that's not how you would have guessed that interaction would play out.
So it essentially teleports directly to you.
Yeah, Aster pretty familiar with his character, with his matchup, with those interactions. With a drag down tilt in the forward, they're not quite going to do it.
That was so
Pac-Slash hangs on by a thread at around 132%. Can he get back to ledge? Yes, he can. Aster immediately going to kick him out. Back air into a shuriken, chases him down, up B, keeps Pac-Slash safe though,
yep,
and we're back in neutral.
That trampoline safe away, but the forward air is going to catch him. He got too preoccupied with your own Hydrant. Didn't see the water shuriken, the water kunai coming right at your face.
His down tilt's not connecting. Aster.
Oh, yep.
Able to get that stock off, and it's close-ish now. Planning to take it back. Swift Greninja stock could put this game into balance at any given moment. That dash attack doesn't connect. The grab does. Up throw and the up air is going to work out.
Aster's been doing a fantastic job all day today landing these up air strings. It just seems like once you're caught by one, you're going to be taking at least 3, if not more.
Yeah, Aster, one of the better players in this game, is just taking you for a ride once he gets a connection.
Yeah.
Especially with the way that Greninja is so adept at baiting out those air dodges and then punishing them to the fullest extent. He's done a great job in these past few sets. And Pac-Slash losing the bell there, wasted a bit of time charging up that last one.
Oh yeah, gets caught in another slip and slide, up smash, counter, but air dodges to avoid it. Amazing job for Pac-Slash to recognize now how counter works, but you're still going to get hit. Down tilt, up smash, go down to your last stock, game 2.
Aster getting a lot of mileage out of this counter. You don't see a lot of players at this level effectively using the counter in the way Aster has been, but that's like the 3rd or 4th one that he's connected on. Especially Greninja's counter, you don't see a lot of utility out of it.
Yeah.
But it's been working really well for Aster so far.
It's like finding new uses for characters' moves that aren't always seen in like neutral or, ways to escape disadvantage. But that's exactly how Aster's using it now. As even getting, like we saw earlier, getting hit with Hydrant Water can essentially teleport you to Pac-Man.
Nice F-tilt to take the stock, but Aster so far is making this matchup look pretty hard for Pac-Man. Pac-Slash is having a hard time just like getting his setups, having time, like having room to breathe. Because the moment he steps back and starts charging up his fruit or looking for a Hydrant setup, Aster is kind of just able to cut it up and move forward and kind of immediately break down what Pac-Slash had just set up.
It's hard to get anything going when Aster's right there, just immediately like F-tilting your Hydrant, F-smashing your Hydrant, doing whatever. It's hard to get anything going. Right now we see Bell, and Aster's caught it, but great idea, but a little too high. Still, you have him off stage, having a disadvantage. What is Aster's move here? There, not going to win. Gets grabbed by Pac-Slash. One up air. Takes a little bit of time to get through. Another down B, more time. Let's see here. Has Bell online. Jab one. Oh, another nair. Keeping Aster off stage at ledge.
These two are dancing around each other. Pac-Slash had the lead, but Aster gets his shield out just in time to win his 8th game in a row and go up 2-0 in the set.
Yeah, Pac-Slash can be seeing that in his nightmares as he had the roll in. He had everything. He just charged up, got a little bit too greedy and charged up just a little bit too long.
Yeah, the timing wasn't there, and timing is of the essence right there. Pac-Man is really good at getting these setups, so all of them require you to have just like perfect timing. Because that's one of those spots where if Aster stands still or jumps or shields, then he gets stuck from the bell, but if he rolls, he gets hit with the down smash. So he had it set up perfectly. That's exactly what he wanted. But the timing, again, just barely wasn't there.
Now, sends out Galaga and just building this standard Pac-Man sort of house underneath the platforms, but Aster's breaking in, already getting 60% on Pac-Slash.
Pac-Slash kind of sitting behind that jump pad, seeing if he can mix up the way that he sets up in neutral against Aster, because the way he's been doing it so far, with just the hydrant in front of him charging up fruit, has not been working out. Tries to make use of the jump pad, but that clearly didn't work either, as Aster is surging forward 107% now on Pac-Slash. Greninja goes for his kill confirmed. Pac-Slash catches combo. Catches a tech chase. Now Aster working in this corner.
Hydrant return. Bell is going to grab. Still has it. Useful in a Z-drop situation. He's got to just throw it away to recover.
Then the way that Greninja can mix up DIs, oh wow. I thought they was going to do it. But the options that Greninja has to just mix up DIs when he gets a grab at around like 110 to 140 range is so fascinating to me. Because you can do a down throw to try and extend the combo, forward throw to kill if they're DIing for up throw, and then up throw to kill for DIing forward throw.
Oh yeah, it's just pick your poison.
Right. It's really interesting because it's not the most effective mix-up because people think when you're at a high percentage against Greninja you can use shield, which is true to an extent. But it's interesting to see how Aster has tried to get some mileage out of those grabs that he is finding.
Yeah, he's trying to see just how much he can squeeze out of every single one of these. Every bit of your character's moveset has a piece in your game plan. Doesn't matter how minute or how people may see the move as either good or bad, every move has its role to play. As you can see right there with counter, as Aster continues to utilize it against Pac-Slash. Up this time as well, back to back, and lands a forward air at the end of it.
Yeah, Aster just seems to have Pac-Slash's timing on lock. Every time he throws a fruit, every time he lands with an air and aerial, so far Aster has just been covering it. He caught that jump, but the Nair's going to trade with Aster's Pac Air, and he thought he had that apple timing. Maybe he tried to catch it or something, but regardless, Pac-Slash takes the stock. Nice little setup above the hydrant.
Yeah, and you see that time the trampoline doing exactly what he sets it up for. Gets rid of the vulnerability off the ankle platform just a little bit faster, and now keeps the pressure going. 39%. Hydrant. That's one of the things of sending Hydrant towards Greninja. He's such a short character. A lot of times he can just run up and just duck below it. So, especially using things like Hydrant on trampoline, very effective. But wow, forward doesn't kill.
Yeah, Aster is shredding right now. Goes deep with the Shuriken, forces Pac-Slash to air dodge, and he dies for it. Yeah. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Aster is setting up these situations where there is no right option. There's only one. There's two things you can do, and neither of them help you. No matter which number you call, Death is answering the phone.
The big old checkmate. They're like, hello, who's there? It's me, Death. You're losing when they're stopped.
Hydrant comes out. It works out for Pac-Slash this time, but
he has been getting Bell more consistently as the games have gone on. But right there, we see F smash right in the face.
The key component of this matchup that has made it so hard for Pac-Slash is the fact that Aster has been shredding his setup so effectively. He's been mixing up the way he works around platforms. But wait a minute, Pac-Slash looking to take this game here. This has the bell set up, and he gets hit by it 60%. F smash takes it. No way.
Wow. Talk about a clutch ending from Pac-Slash. Ends it back-to-back Bell F-Smash combos, one that I didn't even see coming at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Forcing game 4.
Me neither. Pac-Slash keeps himself alive, as you said, forcing the game 4, just out of nowhere. You know, as I'm kind of giving my final thoughts on the sets, giving praise to Aster for how well he was able to avoid Pac-Slash's setups, he just neutral get ups into a Bell. That's like the mistake that you don't make against Pac-Man. Of course you don't neutral get up in the bell.
Yeah, played so clean the whole game, and then it's the worst time to make a simple mistake.
Yeah, too many other variables at play. He had to pick one option. Aster overwhelmed with the options available to him. And again, just neutral get up in the bell, not what you want, not what you want.
Yeah, and now Aster taking Pac-Slash to battlefield. So dropping Hydrant from the top of the screen, not going to be as effective as these platforms are going to act like ceilings. It's going to allow Aster to do a lot more sharping with his up air, which we've seen him do time and time again throughout as the day has gone on.
It's also going to allow Aster to set up a lot of awkward tech chases and frame traps on these platforms. We see Greninja get a lot of mileage out of those. But a great combo with the apple there from Pac-Slash. Tries to extend with the grab. Aster plays evasive.
And already using the Hydrant, sort of pushing forward with these nairs. Keep the pressure up. Hydrant down behind you. Nice little wall that some people would say Pac-Man Hydrant, Villager Tree, the original Steve Walls.
Yeah, Pac-Man Hydrant has been a threat for as long as Ultimate has existed, but again, just Aster landing on that Z-drop bell and getting caught with the smash attack for him. Pac-Slash has made a lot of mileage just doing that and hoping Aster hits it and having his hope be answered.
Remember what I said earlier about Greninja being very good at tracking, and that's sort of Pac-Slash is really picking up on that and using it against Aster with those Z-drop bells, because as Aster has to be all up in Pac-Slash's face, it's like, well, here's a bell, I can just drop it, cover a big range around myself, and it's going to stun me.
Yeah, sort of functions as like a frame one grenade pull, trading with things. As we've seen Aster having a pretty hard time dealing with that bell. Pac-Slash has it out again, and there it is, the bell.
Another spot.
Time and time again, breaks the stock off.
It's almost as though if a switch has been flipped, and Pac-Slash now just sees everything to get to make sure these bells land consistently, which we just weren't seeing at the beginning of the set. And finally, Aster taking Pac-Slash's first stock in this game.
And all of a sudden, this is feeling like Pac-Slash is set to lose. The momentum is just swinging so hard in his favor. You got to feel like if this goes to a game 5. Aster is going to be digging deep to try and take the W.
And remember, this is Aster's counter pick as well, not working out in his favor, and I can see why. Pac-Slash, when you write it down on paper, this seems very, not the best stage for Pac-Man, but obviously Pac-Slash knows the secrets to success here.
Ooh, great parry there from Aster. Just gets a grab off of it.
Catches the apple.
Not rewarded too handsomely, however. Onto that back air. Another platform setup for Aster. And see, that's what I was talking about earlier, is how Greninja can set up so effectively on the platforms. Aster's been doing that, but he hasn't been able to actually close out on those interactions. Pac-Slash has been doing too good of a job of not getting hit by anything significant.
Yeah, not getting hit by anything like too big. As now we see back to center stage to reset neutral.
Now a Hydrant set up in the middle of the stage. And that's another thing that Aster has kind of fallen off about, is that he hasn't been breaking Hydrant as effectively and as efficiently. We saw him earlier on hitting it with the perfect combinations of moves to not only break it, but send it in a very advantageous angle.
He doesn't get the angle he was looking for. That is optimal in a lot of cases. You're done correctly.
Yeah.
Just barely missing the angle is going to cause Aster to get the down tilt, the F smash.
I'm assuming that side B requires a DI read, because I see Pac-Man's miss it way too much for it to be anything else. But Pac-Slash finds an up smash. And now going to game 5, Aster has a lot of ground to make up, it feels. It feels the momentum is swinging so strongly towards the side of Pac-Slash, and Aster kind of has some work to do to pick it back up.
It's weird to say because it's not a move you would focus on very much in his kit, but we saw like early on in the set, I think one of the big difference makers has been the sudden drop-off in the utilization of counter, because
it's so weird that the effective use of counter is seemingly the sign of the downfall. Oh, and Pac-Slash gets up and gives the knuckles for game 5. Oh, he's excited for it.
It was being used to, whether it be Hydrant Water to teleport to Pac-Man or on other moves to just, get away quickly. It was coming in clutch time and time again, but now, just as the bells more and more bells have landed, you've seen less and less counters, and because of that, Pac-Slash has just kept the momentum rolling.
And the other thing is that Pac-Slash didn't exactly find a consistent way to counterplay it. Right? He went his way around it once or twice, but it seemed to be serendipitous. He wasn't really going for the same method of avoiding it multiple times in a row. So maybe we'll see Aster really back on that, or maybe we'll see some other adaptation that we have not yet considered. As he's at the ledge now, and late hit of F smash connects. Lucky for Aster.
Neutral get up, gotta be careful. Don't want to neutral get up in the bell again, especially this late in the bracket.
See, I think the big difference maker here has been the efficiency with which Pac-Slash is setting up his traps and setups in the corner, right? What he's been doing is he's been throwing the bell and then setting up the hydrant and then setting up the F smash, right? Where before he would put the hydrant first, and Aster was dealing with that too well. So now Pac-Slash is forcing Aster to do something and then beginning his setup, and that's been really hard for Aster to deal with.
Yeah, trying to find any. I'm gonna get back to that game 1 and 2 form, and there we go. We see a little slip and slide action. Take Pac-Slash's first stock. And still, now's Aster's time to really establish himself for this game 5, as he has enough percent to get a good amount of extra credit here. Just gotta be careful of that bell.
But this is the first time since game 2 Aster's had any type of momentum, so he needs to capitalize on this, lest Pac-Slash kind of runs away with the game. And he's doing that in spades, 76% now, chasing him way out. Tries to get a lead on a low recovery, but Pac-Slash telegraphs it.
Oh yeah, he sets up the hydrant at ledge, allows him to push forward and get into a grab. Now Z-drop bell, neutral get up, F smash again.
Aster, buddy, you gotta stop neutral get up and get in the bell. You gotta stop doing that. I know it's so tempting, I know Pac-Man's so scary, but that has gotten him killed so many times at this point. Pac-Slash just threatening so effectively, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be doing something right as a player to get somebody like Aster to be scared enough to neutral get up in the bell. And Pac-Slash is doing that super effectively. Now the backslash off stage though, Aster has a chance.
Go, get throw back air off the side.
Oh,
really? Almost a bit surprising it took the stock at that percent.
See, that's what I was talking about. I think that's one of those DI mix-ups that I was talking about earlier, where Pac-Slash is probably expecting a forward throw there, so he's holding in, which makes the back air a lot easier to connect. And that's just something that... Ooh! Okay, stays alive. Stays alive. But that's something we don't really see from these higher level Greninjas. Another grab not going to connect. But again, Aster looking for some extra credit.
Hydra just disappears. Just
wow.
Straight up deleted. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, now
just throws the bell at the ground. It's like, try and make a move. He will get hit by it.
Pac-Slash is having a hard time landing a significant bell, right? He connected on 2 in a row, but they were both in angles and situations that are very hard to follow up on, as Aster has been able to tippy-toe around him a couple times. Does it once more. Now at 47% is Pac-Slash. Tries to down throw it into the water. I love that idea.
Has it again, though, already. It just seems as he's been having a much easier time as the set's gone on, as I said earlier, getting Bell more and more. Has it in hand.
Love that get-up attack for Aster. Gets himself back onto the stage. 60% now for Pac-Slash, as Aster has certainly made the most of this stock.
Utilizing the platforms to create space and create distance. Force Aster to approach. He's just going to be down tilting the hydrant. Apple. Not finding tone.
Down tilt on the hydrant, tries to get Pac-Slash with a bit of his own medicine. Repeat the up smash as the apple. Pac-Slash immediately reverses it. 85% is very doable. Shades of game 3 here.
Yeah, last stock, game 5 for these two. As now we're going to see dash attack into fair from Aster at ledge, trying to end this thing early. Now, here we go. Oh, but falls out of the dash attack. Not what Pac-Slash is looking for.
Pac-Slash still pressing forward though.
Still pressing the advantage, still trying to, play the game at his speed, force Aster to adapt to it.
45% of Aster is very much a percentage rate where you're at risk of something like this, put into the corner, and now Bell into F smash is going to kill.
Bell, here we go, has it again, throws it, but it's going to be the side beat, doesn't get anything, just Bell, no back air or anything.
This is exactly what happened in game 3.
Do you see counter finally coming out again in game 5?
Pac-Slash played around it so well, the forward didn't connect. Aster tried to avoid a repeat of game 3. Makes it back with the up B does Pac-Slash, now stuck on the platform. Oh, yeah, he's so patient.
So much pressure, you're so scared to make a single move.
See, what Pac-Slash knows there, he doesn't have to drop shield, there's no reason.
Oh, but missed Bell and eats a forward air for it, and Aster moves on. What a brutal, unfortunate...
Mistake. Hard to say anything else but mistake.
Great set between those two, man.
Yeah,
Great set.
that went the
set.
distance down to the wire. Both players had their moments, played phenomenally, but at the end of the day, it's